Now I'm going to show what kind of research we do, and I'm going to show you how the masterclass is run. So, for example, this is a company, Amerisource Bargains. It's from the last month, which we've done, medical supply non-invasive industry. And the way that's a slide which we prepared. Okay, disclaimer always, plan for today. And then we do industry analysis. So as you can see, we use technical analysis, but also while I'm talking about it, I'm explaining what is happening in general. And why the price of the indices going up or down, so and what we can expect out of it. So Dow Jones, S&P 500, Nasdaq, volatility index. So we'll look at there and discuss. So if you have any questions regarding specific tools, industry tools, you can ask during this part of the masterclass. So then what we do, we analyze the industry itself. So we look at medical supply industry because personally I have executive master in business administration education. So I've run businesses since age of 18. So for more than 25 years by now. Okay, and I have huge experience in different industry. I created companies in wholesale, in retail, in the educational field, as you know, and I am a part ownership of different companies across the globe. I have some ownership in Europe, some ownership in Russia, and some ownership here in Australia. So I can share my experience, but also I always ask some experts in those specific industries before I present this industry to you guys. So then we look at other information about industry. So we look at Value Line. Value Line is the company which used by Warren Buffett, so the richest man in the world who made his money in investment. When I was considering which analytical tool to use, I saw that he is using Value Line. I thought, look, if the richest guy in the world who made billions of dollars in stock market using value line, I'm going to use as well. So I always look through value information on industry analysis here and I present it as well during it, so you can save time. After that, I'm going to show you how I squeeze and how I research the company. So out of 30,000 companies in this industry, 130 companies, then I found 8 companies and we chose only one company. And why I chose this company, I explain you further. Okay, so the way it happens, I show you different companies which in that industry. I also show you maybe other companies which can be considered as investment vehicle for that specific month. Okay, so out of 6 companies which are here, you can see I highlighted 3. But still, the main focus was on Amber Source Bergen Company, Emery Source Bergen Company, ABC ticker. And then I'm going to explain why personally I chose that specific company, why I believe that this company has a higher potential to grow compared with other companies in that industry, compared with other companies in a different industry in that specific time. So, and I go through the business cycle. So, what this business is about, so what kind of areas of this business, what their competitive advantage compared with our company. So quite precise explanation about that specific business. So then we look at financial information about this business. Can you imagine, we look at value line again, and information goes from 2009 to 2020. So for the last sometimes 20 years, 5, 10, 5 years at least, okay, for we look at information sometimes at 10 years in the past or even 20 years in the past. So we look how company behave in a crisis situation 2008 or even 2000. So and by doing this, we know how it's going to behave if the new recession hits us. Okay, we always try to find companies like recession strong, so that company won't fail if a new recession like appear on the market. All right, so we look at this kind of information fundamentally, and I explain you why I believe that this specific company is good and quality business. And then I also explain why I consider that it is time to buy the company right now, why it is undervalued at this specific moment. So after that, we go and see what is happening in this company based on that research. But as I explained you, I look much more than in this report. So I I kind of analyze this company in details using other resources, company's website. I read their financial statements. I listen their directors before I present it. So can you imagine, guys, before I prepare this report, I spend a lot of time in order to analyze this company, and I give it to you within 1.5 hour of this masterclass. So then we do certain, like we have an express analysis where we use certain table, and you can see that this specific company was 44 points out of 52. So it is a very good quality company. And then when we analyze price analysis, this company also 48 points out of 52. So it means that this company is really undervalued. So it's great time to purchase this company. Okay, so we look at the reaction on different report surprises. So we look at their ownership. So who owns that company? What kind of percentage of institutional ownership? What they're doing? Are they buying? Are they selling companies? So we consider a lot of things before they place our trade. And then, of course, we do technical analysis. So we use different type of strategies for that, because there are many ways to analyze charts or graphs, and we look at them and we distinguish, okay guys, now it is a good time to buy this specific thing, okay, because of, and we explain why. All right. Or if it is not perfect situation yet, we tell you maybe it's within next week or within next couple of weeks, this is a great opportunity to enter. Okay, so you always know at what price we are planning to get this company. So using technical analysis as well. So fundamentally, sometimes company is really strong, but we look also technically what is happening with this company on different graphs. So this is, for example, specific graph. So we looked at these roles and we identified that most likely the company is going to go lower, and it went. We bought it at 69, and I sold it at 76 within 3 weeks. So I made $7 on $69 investment. So more than 10% I made within 3 weeks using our research tools. So you can do exactly the same by doing the same type of trades. And of course, after that, we have different strategy, because every one of you is different. So some of you prefer long-term investing, and you don't want to pay attention to the market on a daily basis. You can do like that. So as you can see, we identify this company has a potential to grow up to 120, $150, possible waiting period 2 to 3 years. That's our expertise tells us. So we have an experience. We believe if we buy this company for the next 2 to 3 years, it's going to grow nearly 100% plus dividends. Okay, but if you don't want to wait so long, you can use roll strategy. As I explained you before, I am more active on the market. I bought it 3 weeks later, I sold, I made more than 10% within that short period of time. So I can do it on a monthly basis. And what happens? I create much higher return than that within this period of time. And also we have option strategies for those guys who love options, for those guys who want to be more active. We consider different option strategies. So we look at that specific day when I'm running masterclass. So you always have a time, because the way we do it, so you look at the market before it opens, and I tell you that's the prices, that's how much you can generate by selling covered calls or selling puts or generating certain spreads. So we develop certain strategies, okay, for option trading as well. And after that, you can decide, okay, I prefer option strategies instead of long-term value investing. I want to make like 2% within this week, and that's what you do. Or maybe you create 5% within next 1.5 months. That's what you do. If you want to long-term investing, that's what you do. So you choose what you like after those master classes. And if you miss this master class, it's not a problem, because within 24 hours, the recording of this master class is already available for you. So what you do, you wake up, if you're in Australia, you wake up in the morning and you already have it in our membership platform, and that's where you can find it. So that's how we run our master classes. You get a question, okay, and if you have any question related to this industry, related to other industry, if I can answer, I will answer to you. I have a quite intensive experience in business. I quite intensive experience. I analyzed tens of thousand companies by this time. So I usually analyze maybe 2 3 companies on a daily basis, fundamentally, I look at different companies. Of course, not every company is good for investing, but I do analyze them. I read constantly report. Imagine multiply even two by 365 days. So it's nearly 700 companies I analyze on an annual basis, at least, sometimes much more. So I analyzed like tens of thousands companies within my investment career. So I definitely know a lot of answers for a lot of questions which you might have. When I record the master club, so for instance, if you missed it or if you decided to watch it again, we have this website, globalinvestmentclubnetwork.com. Okay, everyone who is the member, they have their login details. So you log in here. If you're doing any training with us, you probably already know because we have a couple trainings here. So then you go to master classes here. All right, you go to master classes and you can see whatever master classes we run. So that's, for example, this specific company which I explain you right now. So you go here and you watch the videos again. So you can see all these videos, and because we break it down, so for you that you can, if you want to do only look market overview, that's what we do. If you want to look at industry analysis, you can look industry analysis. If you want fundamental analysis of this company, what you could do. If you want technical analysis, that's what you do. Okay, and then possible strategies and whatever news we have as a club member. So whatever coming news, coming club membership meetings, maybe some retreats, some events, it's always here. And then you download the material, so in PDF file that you have it on your personal folder. So that's how the platform looks like. So, and also here you can see value line reports for Dow Jones. Remember that Dow Jones is the index with the biggest by capitalization companies. And what we do, we provide the reports of those companies here. So you can click on any of this company. For instance, you want to go and see something about Apple. So you get to value line and then you read whatever information is here. If you don't know how to read, don't worry, we'll teach you during our program. But then you can go and download this PDF report and you can read anything about Apple. So it's a fresh one. So March 29th, they issue reports about each company every 3 months, so every quarter. So and you can read all the information about that. So by getting access to our platform, you are getting access to 30 companies biggest by capitalization here. So you can get access to them as well. And as you can see here, we can also have GUA events, whatever happens with our company. So you can go to calendar and view it as well. Also, I already mentioned to you that we have an online investment community, GA. We also have different Facebook group for local members, for example, for Sydney, for Moscow, for London. But what you can do, you can join the online investment community where everyone is going to be there. So, and whatever events we're running and everything, notification, it's all here. You can discuss some companies here. You also can link to other people. So when you ask a question and you can see that always the same person is answering, you might privately contact that person and create a mastermind with this specific person, or you can do even investing together with this person or create something else. So this is a fantastic way to connect with investors all over the globe. Okay, guys, I just explained you how you can use our tools and resources and how you can benefit from joining our investment club.